looking at the posterior fascial chain all the way from the base of the big toe, running all the way through the foot, up the back of the legs, and actually it comes all the way through the back and ties in to your skull and tucks just behind the eyes. A super big and weird thought to think about. But today we're gonna start with releasing the bottoms of the feet and just see what that opens up for you through the rest of that posterior chain. So I want you to just come into your body for a moment and take a note of how you feel. How do your feet feel on the floor? Do you feel pretty even from right to left? Do you feel like your weight is resting the same on both? Do you feel like your toes are meeting the floor? Are your arches pressed down and squished into the floor? Do you really have a lot of tension in your quads or back in your glutes to really be in this position? Are you able to relax those things and still be comfortable in the way that you're standing? And just take a mental note of these things, and then we're gonna come back and reassess after we finish. So I have a lacrosse ball here today. A little bit smaller, softer ball would work perfect. There's not necessarily any specifications, but we're gonna take our ball and put it down on the floor. And we're looking to start in this middle heel region of our foot. So right in here lies a pretty big nerve point, which is why we often start in the feet when trying to open up the system. So you're gonna get your ball situated right into that area, and then you're just gonna roll forward to back a few times. And putting in how much ever pressure is comfortable and just kind of covering that whole bottom base of the foot. And you're just breathing, relaxing, kind of take note of what the rest of your body is doing. You can have a little base of support if you need it, if you have something nearby. And then we're gonna take that ball right into that medial heel. And then you're gonna sort of plant the toes, or you can hold them up, it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna just sort of scrub back and forth. So there's a pretty big tendon, a lot of fascial connections that happen right in this area. So we're just looking to try to free up some of that space. So again, whatever pressure you can tolerate, it shouldn't be too painful, and we're just gonna scrub back and forth and kind of work your way across to the outer bottom part of the heel as well. And then we're just gonna sort of flush it out. So you'll go from toe to heel and just work that plantar fascia line. We'll just get a few of those. And then we're gonna take that ball and we're gonna move up to, so when we're thinking about our foot joint, our big toe kind of comes in and meets this bigger joint here. So we're looking to get into the soft tissue just right under that joint. So if we bring our ball and put it right up in the arch and snug it up against that toe joint, then we're gonna do the same thing. Just sort of scrub back and forth. This area may be a little bit more tender. Again, it's a pretty heavy nerve area. And you're just gonna forward and back, some small circles, and scrub side to side. And then we're gonna come into the ball of your foot, or kind of that fat pad area, and just work side to side a few times as well. You can go up and back. We're just making small movements, staying right in that ball of the foot. And then one more time, we're gonna come back through and go toe to heel and just kind of flush all that blood flow back toward the system. Good. All right. And then of course, we're gonna switch and come to the other side. So again, we're gonna start right at the heel and work toward the toes. Nice and easy, back and forth. And just get a few passes, whatever pressure feels good to start with. And then we're gonna bring it right into that middle part of the heel, right into that nerve, and then we're gonna scrub side to side. Really free up all that tension. and then toe to heel. And scrub all that circulation back toward the body. Okay, now we're moving it up to right inside that big toe joint. And same thing, we're gonna forward and back, side to side, and just really open up that space. And then again, we'll kind of flush from toes back to the heel. Let's get a few good ones there. And then we'll bring that ball up to the ball of the foot and work side to side, small circles, and just get that whole fat pad area, whole ball of the foot. And then we'll flush one more time. Okay. And then bring both feet to the floor, and we'll take that. Okay, and then bring both feet to the floor, and we're gonna take that relaxed stance and just come into your body and notice how the feet feel on the floor now. Do you have a greater sense of where you are in space? Are you better able to now sort of relax your quads and relax your tush and just kind of be here in space rather than actively holding yourself there? And then we're gonna take off that forward bend again, and we're gonna reach down to touch toward the floor and relaxing the head, and just notice, do you feel more open in your lower back? Do your calves feel more relaxed? Do the hamstrings feel more open? Are you able to reach a little bit closer to the floor, a little bit closer to your toes, wherever that starting position was for you? And then we'll come on back up. So hopefully you notice a difference from start to finish. And just thinking about just working on the foot and the plane of that posterior fascial line, that after we finish from bottom, all the way into the lower back, just imagine how much opening that we can feel.